Now, Golden is being described as your country Kylie moment to add to all the other Kylie moments that we know and love. Did you have at least one quintessential Nashville experience in your time down there?
Oh, I think I had a few. Aside from great moments in the studio, I went to the Bluebird Cafe, which is super famous, and watched some performers in the round there. I'm ashamed to confess that I was the person who started clapping before one of the songs. Like, there's just this low and me going, yes! And one of the performers turned to me and was like, well, thank you, but I'm not quite done yet. And I just was sinking into my chair. And Broadway, where the honky-tonk bars are. But going to see a couple of those performances was really important for me, to go and enjoy a night's music where I don't know who anyone is or who anyone was, but they had everyone's attention, they kind of captured the moment, and that was really inspiring. When I go out, I wanna go up dancing
When I go out, I wanna go up dancing. Of course, dance, Kylie, shines right through that album as it always would. From a listener's point of view, that always feels like your strongest writing muscle. Is that dance place your true happy place when it comes to you as a writer and a performer?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I enjoyed doing a couple of the ballads that are on the album, or, you know, slow tempos. But probably my natural habitat is indeed, you know, pop dance. I mean, we worked hard on the album to find a kind of country lane that suited me, and then turn back on ourselves to have that make sense in my pop dance world. So yeah, I mean, I didn't see a country turn coming myself, so it was a voyage of discovery for me.
Yeah, and an unexpected one for your listeners as well. And it's a fascinating sound that you wrap around yourself. Now, I know everyone always asks you what the secret to your longevity is, but to me it's always seemed an accumulation of many different things, including just continuing to show up and turn up every damn working day. But how hard is that over a long career?
It's sometimes harder than others. It depends on, I guess, what point it is in my career, what time of the day it is, how I'm feeling, what's happening in my real world as opposed to the public world. I kind of compare it to a surfer. You've got to do the same amount of paddling to get to a wave, but if it's the right moment in time and you happen to catch a good wave, it's going to take you in easily. And if you don't, you're trying to, you know, get some form and catch a ride, but it can be very draining, and that's when it's hard.
Now, look, I've been wondering what your reflections have been and what your thoughts have been as you've watched the international conversation that's become the so-called Me Too movement. As a woman working in this industry for a long time, you must have a pretty interesting perspective on that.
Yeah, I was just talking about that I've been talking about it a lot. I didn't know my album would be called Golden, but I definitely knew that by hook or by crook I wanted to have this phrase on the album saying, we're not young, we're not old, we're golden. And that was prior to the kind of the movement really taking hold and everyone becoming aware of it. So I just realized over the course of the last few weeks in talking about it that I too felt like I had to say something, and I didn't know I would be talking about it. I really felt strongly it's something that I just wanted to say just so that I know I've said it. And it was born from my previous album promotion, where I was just asked so much about having to have an answer for being a woman my age in the industry, and I just didn't know the answer, and I was getting really frustrated, and so yeah, I guess in my way I wanted to say something about that, and I do notice a difference generally in doing the same kind of promotion 4 years after the last one, that it is different, and I think it's there is a positive effect from that I felt just in the way that I'm asked about.
Now, it felt like you were a kind of fairy godmother to the marriage equality debate here in Australia. Your views and your support really mattered to a lot of people here, but it really seemed to matter to you as well. Why was that?
I mean, I was actually getting embarrassed talking about it internationally when they'd say, but it's still not legal in Australia. And I said, well, yeah, I know it's weird. And then I realized that I'm just saying, yeah, it's weird, and yeah, it'll change one day. And it took took collective effort to get off the fence, I guess. So it just felt like that was the natural thing to do.
And have you been inundated with requests to sing at or attend weddings here since the law was passed?
There's been talk about it, but I don't know if I haven't been inundated. No, may have been a couple of invites.
Now, Kylie, just to finish this morning, when I told my 6-year-old that I was going to be interviewing you, he said, oh, and she's going to sing as well. And I said, no, darling, she won't be singing. And he said, well, she might. So on behalf of Addison, might you?
No one wants to stay at home. Nobody wants to be alone. When you come knocking, I'll be at your door. I don't ever want to stop. I'm gonna give it all I got. And when they ask me, who could ask for more? Can't stand still, won't slow down. When I go out, I wanna go out dancing.